The Cockroach Janata Party has appealed to activist Sonam Wangchuk to end his indefinite hunger strike, saying his health remains a matter of serious concern. The appeal comes after Union Ministers JP Nadda and Dr. Jitendra Singh visited Wangchuk in hospital. According to Wangchuk, the ministers assured him that the government would positively consider a discussion in Parliament on ensuring accountability of the alleged paper leak, including the consideration of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. In fact, in a letter addressed to the two ministers, Wangchuk also claimed that the government would consider adequate compensation for the families of students who died by suicide following the alleged paper leak and provide assurances that no legal or retaliatory action would be taken against student protesters. Now, Wangchuk, however, has said he will end his hunger strike only after receiving such assurances. Failing that, he says his indefinite fast will continue. Atul Ranjan joins us for more on this story. Atul, now the CJP also appealing to Sonam Wangchuk to end his fast?
Well, yes, CJP as well as, in fact, other parliamentary members of the opposition parties, as well as, government members have also been asking Wangchuk to, end his fast. And Wangchuk also acknowledging the larger demand from different leaders and different stakeholders to end his fast, and acknowledging that, people do realize that the education system and the whole, the activism front that needs Wangchuk still. Wangchuk has, in fact, written a letter to JP Nadda and Jitendra Singh, the minister, and thanked him for visiting him last night, at the hospital. Now he has also said that, he has reiterated, in fact, the two demands that the Cockroach Janata Party and Wangchuk has been, asking for. Number one, compensation for all the families that lost their lives due to the distress caused due to the NEET, as well as avoidance of any punitive action against any protesters that were who were named, and their name were filed in the FIR because of the July 20th protest. So these two demands primarily, as well as Wangchuk also asking the government to consider resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. However, the key word here used in the letter is consider. So clearly, Wangchuk also sort of climbing down from his demand of Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation and showing his inclination to end his fast. Now, earlier, about 55 MPs of the opposition parties have already visited Wangchuk. Some of them, at least a dozen, are already planning to visit, or are, in fact, they are on their way to to visit Sonam Wangchuk out there. So clearly, Wangchuk thanking the minister and also requesting them to consider some of the key demands, the core demands of the CJP and Wangchuk, and is showing inclination to end his fast.